Hey friends, Emily here with challenge 8 of NTNA season 8. 8 challenges. I know, it's going by so fast. This week's challenge is called Harajuku Punk. We were asked to create a set of nails, well, a set on one hand and a set on the other, one being 3D embellishments, extravagant, runway ready nails, and on the other hand, just 2D nails, paint only, no 3D elements. And we are also asked to create it inspired by Jan Arnold's style. And also a past competitor, Giselle, created a set for Jan called Harajuku Punk nails. Sorry. And we were asked to take a cue from that. So if you'd like to see how I created this set, then keep on watching. Looking at Jan's style and relating it to Harajuku Punk, I took inspo from plaid, pattern blocking, and patchwork, as you can see here. Starting off with the 2D short set, I am creating pattern blocking sections. I cure in between each section to avoid the colors running together. Each color represents a different pattern, something I got from both Jan's style and Harajuku Punk. Use a brush and some scrub fresh to clean up overlapped colors. Jan's style is so fun. She wears different plaids and different pattern blocking, bright bold colors, lots of different patterns, and she's not afraid to mix it up. So that's what I wanted to create with this nail, is all of the different patterns mixed together. When painting on lines that need to be filled in, lightly draw the lines on and cure before filling in the color. This gives it almost like a block from the color to leak out the lines, ruining the crispness of it. I noticed Jan wears a lot of different plaids. The checker nail is from the punk side of the design, and the orange floral pattern I actually copied from a pair of pants Jan is wearing in one of the pictures at the beginning, and the ombre nail represents flames. It is super important to flash cure when painting on thin lines, especially if there is still an inhibition layer on the nail. That layer of uncured gel can make your lines start to spread if they're not cured in between. One way to avoid that is cleansing before adding your nail art. Even though there is no right or wrong way to do plaid, adding a thicker line of color and then working out from there creates a good balance. And of course, you cannot forget the sparkle when you're doing plaid. The orange floral detail is a nice contrast to the black background. I use the tiniest brush I have, and I often pick up more color to keep the bristles thin. I wanted to mention that the orange floral also reminded me of a traditional Japanese kimono. For the added elements to each nail, I wanted to create art that looked like patches, like it was just pulled right off the jacket and stuck to the nail. For my first patch, I painted on the white first. Because the star and circle are a set shape, I was able to fill in the color after. I really wanted to add a pop of color to one of the nails, and not just have punk colors. Just like Jan's style, Harajuku Punk can have bright, fun colors. Getting a star just right takes patience, so taking your time when trying to be precise is important. I really love how this stood out against the different patterns in the background. Now for the second patch, I painted the chain first, then added white after. Because the chain is more free-flowing, it would be hard to guess the placement of the white background. I finished this design off with a black outline to give the added detail of the chain loops actually looped together. Okay, now moving on to the fun 3D fabulous nails. I just painted the same design from the short set on all the 5 nails, so no need to repeat that step. For the first nail, I am adding a chain, and I wanted it to look like a ribcage chain corset, but hanging off the sides, so when you looked at it from the sides, it kind of cascaded in a ribcage look. The second nail, my favorite, I made bondage body straps out of a sheet of gel and jump loops. To create the sheet of gel, I layered 2 coats thinly and top coat on a silicone mat before peeling off and cutting into shape. Measure everything carefully before attaching with some glue. This set has really let me express myself, and I love how everything is so unique. Once you got the first ring done, just continue on adding more elements down the nail. I wanted this to look like a bondage piece you would maybe see being worn on a leg. Because I got a lot going on with almost every nail, the ombre nail I switched it up and painted black flames using black wool. I kept the added elements simple on the nail by just adding chain and jump hooks. Even though it's simple, chains can add a lot to an everyday look. We also had to have at least one non-nail related item, and I thought, why not make matching jewelry for this look? I metal stamped janicure into a metal necklace, which could double as a wraparound bracelet. I also made functional earrings that attached to one of the nails, and I made these out of polymer clay. I carefully placed caviar beads to form the letters C and D, of course, and I found using plexi gel shaper for this because of its thicker viscosity, the beads didn't move out of place. These squares are actually made out of plexi gel as well and cut into shape, painted with Vinyl Lux so they didn't have any added thickness. Here's a little snippet showing the jewelry. Last but not least, because it was my pop of color on the shorthand, I wanted to make it for this hand. Same method as before, and I don't worry too much when I know I'm going to outline something about getting the lines perfect in the beginning. It is a waste of time when you're going to be covering it with an outline anyway. Don't forget to flash cure every couple of lines. I drilled a hole through the center and I attached it to a post. Who doesn't love a good spinning element? I finished this nail off with more of the straps and some caviar beads. And here's the final look. This is our second to last challenge before top 3, so don't forget to vote, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye!